Hi, I'm Jill McBride Baxter, and I've been a sports law attorney for 30 years, and a coach's kid, and a coach's wife. I get up every day to protect people, be an advocate, and their trusted advisor. Let's get after it.
All right, Jill, I'm a head coach. What kind of advice would you give to me from a legal perspective when it comes to assembling my staff?
Well, I think the first thing you definitely have to do is do a criminal background check, because why even bring them in if they're not going to pass that, okay? So, definitely do a criminal background check. But the fact is, since I am a former DA, there's a lot of crimes that people commit that aren't reported.
They're not going to show up on that check.
They're not going to show up on the check. So you need to really talk to your HR person about what kind of questions you are allowed to ask, okay, to figure out more about this person's history. We talked about this a little bit earlier today when we were looking up the stats on sexual assault. Of 1,000 people that are sexually assaulted, okay, only 100 of those actually report the crime. Okay. Of the 100 that report, there's only 30 that actually go to trial, and there's actually only 10 that get convicted. Okay.
So 990
rapists
go
undetected and unknown. And so and there's a big hot topic right now is whether or not, somebody's going to be falsely accused. Well, the stats on that, there's only 2 of the 1,000 that are false, the 1,000 or 2 of the 100 that get reported, 100 that are reported that are false accusations. So there's a lot of stuff that you don't know about somebody when they come in, and not everything is reported to the police, okay? But I do think you need to be able to, talk to people about whether or not they've ever been accused of any kind of sexual harassment or domestic violence. What are their habits outside of work? Do they go out and drink?
Interests, yeah.
What are their interests? Do they go out and drink a lot?
Could that represent a problem in the future?
It can. I think especially now, you have to be really, really careful about, especially somebody that you don't know. If it's somebody that you've worked with before, you probably know a little bit more about the person. Right. But I think by talking to a lot of people who have worked with them, but sometimes those people don't tell you the whole story, the whole truth. So I think you really have to get to the truth about who this person is, and really, really listen to what they have to say, and again, work with your HR department about what questions are appropriate and what questions are not, and maybe what open-ended questions you could ask, like, tell me about your family, tell me about your background, tell me about the different places you've worked, what happened there? And there might be some stuff that comes out in the conversation that might reveal some things. So that's, I think you just, besides how they are as a coach, I think you really got to delve into their background. And you got to make sure, by the way, I've lived in 5 states. You really need to do a national search on the criminal background check. Some of the mistakes people have made, they've lived in 4 states. Well, you could be driving through another state and get in trouble.
Right.
So I would make sure the checks that you're doing are
thorough.
Are thorough and nationwide. And, hopefully, I don't know if you can do international stuff too, but it's,
there's things to consider.
People travel, yeah. There's things to consider. Thanks for watching my video. If you're a coach or athletics director, please call me or go to my website to get my coach's consulting package and fee structure. You can also subscribe to my podcast called Representation Without Taxation.